One of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He's looking to throw. It's on target and complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Tigers are rolling down the field. They go to the ground. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Into the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude in this environment, he's like a stadium, and the quarterback is snowed under. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Ramsey. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time, know where they're going to be. You focus in, the defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Touch pass on the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And they got him for the sack.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, 1st quarter, they've now already given up 1.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back to pass, it's Ramsey. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Comes out throwing on first down. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The aerial assault continues. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He's going for the big play. Makes the catch down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing. And how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target going up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's out past the 35. He's loose on the right. The 20. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back out there. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points, so it's not...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. And remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll try the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Across the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. He's going to pass. They're setting up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Using his feet. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's fourth down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by 9 over Toledo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Dropping back, it's Ramsey. He's going to take off. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for him.
Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum. momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Clemson. And the punishment has been extended. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Dropping back, it's Ramsey.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 48 set to kick this one away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
That's just another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly.
Open runway ahead. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Looking downfield, it's Ramsey. Throws to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football and, in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Looking to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
To the air, it's Ramsey. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback in the first protection.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback will disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The sure hands, it's Thompson. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They're trying to get to it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quarterback keeper. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
They'll go to the ground. Runs for the tackle. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 56, Ohio State 14.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it! Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point splits the uprights.
That makes the score Clemson 63, Ohio State 14.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw. It's Ramsey. He fires a bullet to the right. Intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll leave it with him. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. The give to the back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Unleashes one. Makes the grab. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. And the Buckeyes in the hurry up. running back searching for a hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. It's Ramsey. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Power football with the run. Fights off a defender. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Well, look what we have.